Drake is on the quest from
that look like Laura. That look like Aubrey Povich. Yeah, we got the DNA test results. The test results are in. That girl is your daughter. You and Turks popping perks, boy. Do you even know the words to Frozen? Let me tell you something. I feel some type of way. As a girl dad of two beautiful girls, 7-year-old and 3-year-old. As a matter of fact, shout out to my 7-year-old. Ariel is a gamer, hardcore. Go check out her channel, Ariel Super Popping Gaming Show. She the one that even got me doing this. I wasn't doing this. This whole setup. You see all this? This is for my baby girl. I'm just squatting right now. But I got sidetracked. What was I talking about? What was I just saying? Oh, girl dad. Motherfucker. If you actually have a daughter and you're not claiming her, bro, you are the foulest motherfucker on earth. And I'm not even saying it's worse than not claiming a son, but I'm just saying as a girl dad, you got to realize something. The first relationship she's going to have with a man is you. The first. So she's going to judge every relationship in life based on that, good or bad. She's going to base it all on you, bruh. So if you got a daughter out there, when he said, I hate this, when Kendrick said, I hate to see you in the club with a sugar daddy because you got daddy issues, boy. Shout out to all the girl dads. As I crash out by mine. Hey, testing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome. I am your humble host, Out of Order Man. And today we got yet another headline from Champagne Poppy, Mr. Lawbury himself, Mr. Pedal to the Metal. And we here for it. Let's see what's going on. I agree with Jalopy. I'm not doing none of his music, but the antics, that's got to be documented for posterity, as it were. So, come to find out, they just said Drake was in family court in Toronto. They had all the media blackout and all. They wouldn't let nobody in there. And the one dude who used to do all the sketches in Toronto, he's trying to get in there. He's like, yo, this is my gig. It's what I do. They like, nah, bro, you ain't coming in here today. So he the only reason we find out, we know about this. He posted on Instagram and told the whole story, how they shunned him out. So that's all I really know. I heard Chilling with Moni talking about it. Shout out to Moni. I'm one of her cousins. She don't know it yet. And yeah, so Fantastic Hip Hop. I'm sure he gonna break it down. Shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop. Excuse me. I'm gonna leave the link down in the comments. And if you like the content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, bell notification. We do it all over here. We go live, play video games and music, talk shit, everything. All right. Fantastic. What you got?
Now, when it comes to Drake, I'm ready to see how our Drizzy was just caught in the courtroom. Classic. And with the reason we are finding out why, well, things have never possibly looked worse. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as Lawbury was just caught in the courts, and really his fans are going to be so mad about the truth of this, and they are going to try to do everything in their power to hide any single voice that is exposing what just went down. Make sure to leave that like so everybody can see that after what we have all now witnessed, Meet the Grams has never sounded more real, and Kendrick was really right about Drake's hidden family currently.
There's so many bars in Euphoria and Meet the Grams that just aged like wine. I think Not Like Us was just a smack in the face. That was just a smack in your head. But Euphoria, Meet the Grams, and 616 in LA, prophetic. Go back and listen to them tracks. Like fine wine.
Within this Lawbury circus that just continues to spiral and spiral with each second that time is going on. Well, now with the latest stop in what is really feeling like a never-ending crash out, because really now, from exposing that Drake is on the quest from the test to the courts to now being exposed for getting a paternity, exposing that Drake is on the quest from the test to the courts to now being being exposed, really now, from exposing that Drake is on the quest from the test.
That look like Aubrey Povich. Yeah, we got the DNA test results. The test results are in. That girl is your daughter.
To the courts to now being exposed for getting a paternity test handed to him in court. We have never seen Drake just crashing out.
You and Turks popping perks, Boy, do you even know the words to Frozen? Let me tell you something. I feel some type of way. As a girl dad of two beautiful girls, 7-year-old and 3-year-old. As a matter of fact, shout out to my 7-year-old. Ariel is a gamer, hardcore. Go check out her channel, Ariel Super Popping Gaming Show. She the one that even got me doing this. I wasn't doing this. This whole setup. You see all this? This is for my baby girl. I'm just squatting right now. But I got sidetracked. What was I talking about? What was I just saying? Oh, girl dad. Motherfucker. If you actually have a daughter and you're not claiming her, bro, you are the foulest motherfucker on earth. And I'm not even saying it's worse than not claiming a son, but I'm just saying, as a girl dad, you got to realize something. The first relationship she's going to have with a man is you. The first. So she's going to judge every relationship in life based on that, good or bad. She's going to base it all on you, bruh. So if you got a daughter out there, when he said, I hate this, when Kendrick said, I hate to see you in the club with a sugar daddy because you got daddy issues, boy. Shout out to all the girl dads.
More.
And I'll crash out my mind. Uh-oh.
And really now, with how bad our Karen is getting,
I gotta hit that YouTube Premium
now, it's impossible to ignore this.
Get them subs and likes up, please, so I can get YouTube Premium, please.
As a whole, everybody needs to see this, because in this time and in a beef and back and forth that has become about and is really trying to be defined by things like the truth versus the lies and reality versus delusion. Well, within this, what we are finding out, even after everything now, is that Lawbry has never been lying more in his entire life, and while at the same time, when Kendrick Lamar told DJ Head that everything in his diss tracks were 100% facts, and everybody did kind of find that hard to believe in just terms of the total scope of it all, well, really, the more that we are seeing time go by and things fall into place, beyond whatever else they want to put out, it really does seem like Kendrick Lamar actually had a crystal ball.
And this was the one thing that the Glazers were saying. He ain't got no daughter. He ain't got no daughter. We ain't gonna talk about the Weinstein allegations and the pedal to the metal. We ain't gonna talk about that. He ain't got no daughter. It's like, bro, he just said a whole bunch of other wild shit. Okay. You got that. Maybe he ain't got a daughter. Maybe it was just a rap battle. It was just a diss track. Maybe. I think this nigga might really got a. I saw the sketch. The dude was in the lobby. They allowed him to do a sketch of the people waiting in the lobby. He got a sketch of Drake kneeling on the cell phone like this. It's Drake. And he got another sketch of a lady who he said was obviously the plaintiff, and it didn't look like the chick who's his baby mama. Sophie, I guess is her name. It didn't look like her from the sketch. But I'm just saying. He got a daughter, bro.
And everything we are seeing is some sort of prophecy, as really, Kendrick Lamar's disses just look ironclad right now. Meanwhile, compare that to Cupcake, and he's not just out of ways to even prove that a single line in his diss tracks were even 0.5% true. But I mean, also, his inability to prove literally anything is why he turned into a Jerry Springer wannabe who was on the quest for a test with a legal request. And speaking of quest for tests, this is where things now get bad for Drake, and once again, where this guy really has to consider how his own actions and choices can come back to affect him. Because listen right now, we 100% now know and have found out that Lawbry has been in some sort of big trouble.
This footage
Let's just waste no more time.
I've never seen.
If you're ready to see how bad Lawbry got exposed,
I haven't seen 80% of this footage of Drake. When people be doing these little montages, there be footage that I ain't never seen. And I'm a hip hop head. I don't fuck with Drake. I'm the original Drake hater. So that shit is probably not in my algorithm, and I would like to keep it that way. But this be a lot. This dude, he's really fell really far and really fast and hard, and he probably doesn't like that. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it one bit.
In the courts, be sure to leave that like so everybody can see this and so the R-Karens can't hide this. And now seemingly where all of this went down is in no other place than the Toronto courthouse, which also is ironic because while Kendrick Lamar filmed music videos at his hometown's courthouse, Drake is getting
rapper lifestyle, bro.
Paternity tests or something weird about women. And now what makes all of this a little more confusing is that there was an elaborate effort to hide this up, and the only reason we even know about it is due to a guy who seemingly recorded all of this in the court, and despite
thought of going up in the club. Now, if I do something like this, hey, sign me up. But going in the clubs and sweaty ass niggas and with alcohol and shit, I gotta do show. I used to do shows at open mics in LA. Where's MCs? So everybody waiting to get on the mic. Everybody in the crowd is the MC, so they all looking at you like this. I don't want to do that. Fuck y'all.
Despite the media not being let in and really being given any information, none other than a guy named David Lewis Wall made sure to document every single thing that he knew and put together all of his clues of covering the courtroom to really understand to the best of his and our abilities of what could be going on. So now ultimately with this, and what we are seeing most prominently, is that on April 2nd, 2025, well, after covering this case for a few weeks, video about the Drake trial going down,
David Lewis Wall
had any idea that was even happening, and with the way he is explaining everything, and with the way you can literally see this video coming to fruition, he's not just talking about the case, but Drake literally walks into the court for what he says is the first time, and then when you look at our Drizzy just seeing this guy finally exposed what was going down here, you can see the disappointment on his face, and see
the bodyguard? Oh my God. I don't want no parts of that guy.
This Karen really is.
He gonna mop you up.
Today we're making
you take one step.
It's crispy, spicy,
creamy, in his direction, and he's gonna mop you up.
And so now going into the facts of this, what David...
Let me show you something. Let me tell you a little story. See this brother right here? He doing his job. Shout out to this brother. I used to sell my CD on Melrose in Los Angeles. I used to pay the rent. Shout out to 10th Planet, my brethren. I go out there with 30 CDs. I don't leave there till I got $300 every day for 3 years. Met a lot of people. We sold about 20,000 records. Out the trunk. 10th Planet. But I digress. But I met a lot of people out there. So you see celebrities, it's just Melrose. And this is back in like 2010, 2008, 2010. So it's popping. Got Von Dutch out there. Johnny Rocket still cracking. Excuse me. Johnny Rockets, that's where Marathon Burger is right now. Nip and his brother spot. But it used to be Johnny Rockets. Iconic spot. So, meet a lot of people, a lot of celebrities. One time I seen Puffy out there. I seen Puff going into Urban Outfitters. He got security with him and everything. But I was like, yo, Puff, check me out. You like hip hop, right? This is my group, 10th Planet. Hit him with the spiel. This is my group, 10th Planet. All original music. You like Tribe? You like Outkast? You like De La Soul? You gonna fuck with this? And he was like, yeah. Let me check that out. The brother reached his hand out. He reached his hand, and I tried to give him the CD, nigga. That when I tell you that security said, but they had me up against the wall in a pretzel in like 0.03 seconds. And I'm looking at Puff like, damn, bro, what the? He's like, I'm sorry, but you got to give it to him, bro. You got to give it to him. I digress. That nigga like there, he looked that same nigga that pressed me. That's all I'm saying.
What was going down here, you can see the disappointment on his face. That's what I'm talking about. See how angry this Karen really is. And so now going into the facts of this, what David Wall was explaining is how Drake's bodyguards were all at the court and nobody was allowed into the actual room where things were going down, which he says, in of itself, to have no media allowed at this, it's a very bad look and does show that you are hiding something pretty big, as it's kind of going against a lot of principles that the courtroom is defined on, which is transparency and honesty, even in Toronto. And now the only thing that this guy was able to get a hold of to try to create a picture and scene of what was happening,
Canada have a First Amendment?
Courtroom sketches of some things. And now while we see Drake's bodyguard, what's really important and where we can finally say for Drake to have a seat right over there because we got him is in this sketch with a woman that has been against him in court. And important and where
wait. Does that catch a predator?
We can finally say for Drake to have a seat right over there because we got him is in this sketch with a woman that has been against him in court.
Look at that. Now, if you look up the picture of his baby mama, she don't look like that.
Note, that does not look anything like Adonis's mom.
That don't look like her. Just saying.
He lives in Houston and France, so for this to be going down in Toronto, well, at the very least, this does let on to the idea and nearly confirm that this is about somebody else, and it's not about the first mess that Pusha T exposed that Drake was hiding. And really, now what we see with the more clips released around Drake and family court, and with these issues, well, really, the most disturbing thing is how under wraps Drake tried to keep all of this. But again, fortunately, David Wall Lewis kept going to the courts and documenting every single thing that he possibly knew and every single thing that he saw going down. And what is very significant within these logs,
what if this dude hadn't did that?
He explained more about the
what if this comes out that he does have a daughter, and the only reason it comes out is because of this
very
thing?
Weird.
Shout out to that dude.
And really, based on this guy's account, which is seemingly all we know about this entire situation, which they tried to sweep under the rug so clearly. Well, at the core of this, we know that Laubrey was in family court with a woman who looks like somebody we have never seen with him. And I don't know, maybe this is Stacey or Becky, but we don't have enough information.
Look, bro, you're not at family court unless it's about paternity, custody, child support, child services, kids. All right? That's what family court is about. Kids. You already know Adonis is your son. I mean, nah, bro. He got a daughter, bro. He got a daughter, bro. I'm telling you.
Yet, when we look and see how David Wall thought that this was about divorce, but that does not seem to be the case because Drake is not married, well, what this leads on to when we know that this is a family situation and this could be more than just Drake and a woman involved. Well, again, assessing the facts and the reality of what this could mean, while we don't have all the information and there could be a few different possibilities. Listen, I got news for the Laubreys. Either way, this looks bad for your guy, and whether Drake is going back and forth with a woman like this, and we know he is not married, so there's some sort of drama between them that needs to be settled in court, or he is in some sort of a family court, and it has to do with some sort of a child or an agreement that he, I am sure, is in the wrong in. I mean, when you look at the dates and see that this was right around the time that Drake canceled his miserable Anita Max Win tour, and then he even dropped the Nokia video right around when this was happening as well.
Is that why he came back from Australia?
And everything, and is showing for Karen.
Oh, maybe that's why he came back. It wasn't a scheduling conflict. He had to go to court. They filed that paperwork on paperwork. That paperwork on paperwork, Poppy. Paperwork popping. You thought you wasn't gonna get no paperwork? Lucy Grange got some paperwork for that ass now. Paperwork poppy. Paperwork poppy. Get your ass in here, boy.
The only people calling his phones are the lawyers. But no, seriously, if this matter came up sudden enough that Drake had to end an entire tour because of this, well, then this really had to be bad, because for court dates to pop up this sudden and send Karen off of a tour and appear in this, which, I mean, we can see the footage of, he did not look happy to be here either.
No, he didn't look very happy.
Really pull what's going on in full from this could be way worse than we could have ever thought, because just from the optics of the situation and seeing how Drake pretty much ran to get here from Australia and then did everything in his power to also cover up the optics of this by putting out the Nokia
Internet is undefeated.
right at the peak of this trial to dodge any sort of media attention seemingly. Well, really with this, no matter what, when we look at this situation and see the possible outcomes, all of this stuff from a greater premise is simple, which is that at the end of this all, Karen is either hiding another child and is in some sort of trouble to make an agreement that is fair, and whatever could be going on with him just doing what Pusha T exposed him for having a behavior for in the first place, or he is in so bad with a woman that she dragged him all the way out here and needed to use this system to confront him and get whatever she felt she needed. And again, when you see all of this, either Drake is a bad dad and Kendrick Lamar was right about he did. And
that might be about the creepiest shit ever. Why is the little Pinocchio man chasing you down the street, right?
And again,
what does this even mean? You running from the little Pinocchio man? What are you doing, Drake?
When you see all of this, either Drake is a bad dad and Kendrick Lamar was right about all that other kid stuff on Meet the Grams, which again, if Drake is actually hiding a kid, which this seems like the biggest proof we've ever seen for it, that is going to be monumental. Or it's just another instance of Drake being absolutely awful to women and proving more and more why all of the stuff he says in his music is a lie about him not being able to find the right one, and it's all performative and he is just a toxic piece of garbage. And again, this all plays into the idea of how shameful of a man that Kendrick Lamar said he was on Meet the Grams, and well, regardless of what it is.
This nigga fantastic hip hop don't be having no periods. no commas. It'd be stream of consciousness. Like, it makes good. It makes good for listening. But I know he is not doing this and not breathing.
Aubrey has once again lost and been exposed worse than ever, and going forward has never been more cooked, because if we get any more details on this situation,
no periods
we really
commas.
figure out what is at the bottom of
semicolons.
this, well, whether Drake is in some big trouble with a woman to the point
Shout
where
out
he
to
has to
Fantastic
cancel
Hip-Hop.
a tour, or he is hiding another kid. Well, our Karen's gonna have a seat right over there as we all just look at him completely differently, and he reaches an entire new low, which even saying that just sounds surreal that this is even possible for him. And so now, with all this said, let me know, what do you think about everything going on with Drake right now and this new situation and drama he has gotten himself into by being exposed for being the ultimate courtroom Karen, whether he is calling people in or whether he is being called in.
Look at that. Now that's a meme right there.
And now, if you made it to this point in the video, you know what to do. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out so much, and thank you for the support.
Spider-Man is really Jewish, you know. He's going in there to meet with his contract with his lawyers and shit. They said, okay, when we go in here, your name is Spiderman. Spiderman.
And now, if you want to see how right before this, well, if you want to see how Drake just responded and reacted absolutely horribly to his label saying that he may have more of a minor issue that they are going to expose. Well, listen, you don't want to miss this one because it's showing how bad Lowry is spiraling, so check out the suggested video.
Yeah, man. All right. Shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop. Yo, what can I say, man? Lowry. He needs to go away. He needs to be deleted from the culture. He needs to be deleted, man. Just go off and do your reggaeton and your UK drill, whatever it is you got to do, bro. I don't want to see you on my algorithm. All right? I really don't. But anywho, if you've been here this long, that means you tapped in. I appreciate you. We love you. Hopefully we earned a like or a sub. Hit that sub, hit that bell notification, tap in. We do live commentary. We do live video gaming. We talk shit. All type of stuff. Tap in. Out of order, man. We love y'all. We out. Earth.